Despite being locked up on serious charges, Rallo's name was still ringing in the streets. He dropped a music video for his new big collab with NBA YoungBoy Rainstorm whilst behind bars. And in his absence, other big figures in the rap game were paying homage, like Gilly the Kid, who would compare Rallo to BMF's Big Meech, something that you know he would have loved.
Let's keep it real. Big Meech is a real. He was doing the same. You got billboards in Atlanta. Ain't sold no records yet. If Rallo and Meech and niggas like that could do that shit over, they would. But niggas be doing shit for the gram. You can't be doing shit for the gram when you really moving grams.
On October the 12th, 2018, despite the ongoing legal struggles, Rallo releases more music, dropping his Conspiracy project along with a front cover art referencing his legal case, and of course with a large photo of him holding a big old bale of cash. And whoever's in control of Rallo's social media definitely has a good sense of humour, because on November the 2nd, 2018, they would continue posting pictures of Rallo with suitcases full of cash. In February 2019, rumours would begin to circulate that Rallo had been offered a 5-year sentence as part of a plea deal. However, Rallo would reportedly reject this, saying he doesn't fold, and apparently as soon as he turned the deal down, he would go back to his cell and feed his whole dorm snacks. 2 months later, in April 2019, a petition for Joe Biden to pardon Rallo picks up steam and 50,000 signatures. This was naturally unsuccessful. On June the 29th, 2019, Rallo would drop his new project, Free Rallo. That was also not successful in securing Rallo's release, as month after month would go by and he would continue to rot in prison, seemingly forgotten by feds and fans alike, with no sign of a trial or resolution in sight. In October 2019, Rallo would appear on Instagram Live from prison, with him apparently claiming control of the prison along with his fam goons.
Yeah, bitch, I walk through the jail like I want to now, nigga. I run this shit, I rented it, it's mine, bitch. Free my motherfucking bro, nigga. Fam, cool. Rent the jail, rent the whole jail. I always wanted to know.
We always figured it'd be a way out of that motherfucking control.
Daddy, what? We control the motherfucking control. We control the streets, the control booth, all that shit, bitch. Fam, go!
Then in February 2020, Rallo checks in from behind bars with DJ Scream appearing to be in good spirits.
Rallo, what's up, bro? Talk to us.
Well, you know what's up, hot shit, pop shit, you know what's on it, so I can't stop a motherfucking thing.
Rallo would complain, saying if it wasn't for people ratting, he would be a free man right now.
So we're here for the facts, man. When you coming home, man, the streets miss you.
The facts is, if I was one of you rat-ass niggas, I could have been out.
Rallo would also explain that he was debating whether or not to take a plea deal, suggesting that having already been in jail for 22 months means he's already served a significant amount of time regardless of what his eventual sentence ends up being.
I've been locked up 22 months, so you add the 22 with the 15 months, I'll be out in 15 months if push come to shove. But
you said if worse come to worse, you got 15 months.
If worse come to worse, I'm gonna take the plea. But right now, it's fuck 'em.
Rallo's time being interviewed would be cut short, unfortunately, as other inmates behind him would continually fight over who gets to use the phone line.
Man, what? I know why the hell you gonna make me do that? Man, get them niggas locked down. I was in the midst of something. I'm a celebrity.
That nigga crazy. No, man, no. Look, he be hanging up. That nigga Rallo crazy.
On January the 6th, 2020, news would break that Rallo would be getting a $250,000 bond, and he would be subject to strict conditions, including 24-hour-a-day lockdown at a designated property, an ankle monitor, and no outside communication by phone, email, or social media. However, Rallo's hopes of getting out would soon be dashed when reports surfaced of him still selling drugs from inside the jail, with news coming out in December suggesting that Rallo had used an Apple Watch to slang dope from his cell, with the feds reportedly seizing $1 million worth of jewelry from him amid these back and forths. Then in March 2021, Rallo would make yet another attempt to get out of jail, with another petition calling for Rallo's freedom coming from an organization called Mission Green being sent to President Biden. This petition received supporting signatures from many rap heavy hitters like Drake, Lil Baby, and T.I., and of course this naturally went nowhere. As time went on, Rallo or his team would post written statements to his Instagram, like this one where Rallo complains about fighting an inner battle after one of his friends turned on him, saying he just wants to put all of this behind behind him and move on in life. He would speak out from jail again in a September the 9th, 2021 Off the Porch interview where he thanked his homies in Pakistan for holding it down for him whilst he's in jail.
You know, my niggas in Pakistan that have been holding down apartments since I've been incarcerated.
While still in jail on September the 10th, 2021, Rallo would drop his latest project, Political Prisoner, and then the following month Rallo would make a post on IG suggesting that his case would soon be coming to a close, followed by another of him praying and saying the moment he got the call that the feds were on the runway, he knew that it was all over, eventually announcing in January 2022 that he would finally be seeing his court case in March. And in the end, Rallo would be sentenced to 8 years in federal prison. Reacting to the news in a statement on Instagram which read, "The judge sentenced Rallo to 8 years in federal prison. He was given over 4 years credit for time served, and they also credited him with 1.5 years for good time. He was recommended 1 year ankle monitor after the halfway house prove his home address, which will bring him home to us late next year. But our goal is for him to complete his GED or RDAP drug program so we can get another year off his sentence. That will bring him home to us in less than a year. We need prayer hands. Free Rallo." So for being caught smuggling close to $2 million of dope into Atlanta, Mr. Dog Food would wind up getting 8 years in jail, with rewards for time served and good behavior, ultimately meaning that Rallo has an expected release date of 2023. Basically, 5 years in jail from the date that he was caught on the runway with all of those packs. And I really wish I could say that Rallo learned his lesson, but realistically it's hard to believe that he's going to come out of this situation a changed man. Making millions of legitimate dollars in the music industry wasn't enough to keep him out of the bluff. So I'm kind of not convinced that 5 years behind bars, still slinging dope off the Apple Watch, is going to make him change his ways. Rallo's story is really the dope dealer speedrun. He became the new Big Meech of Atlanta in breakneck speed, using that money to buy his way to the top of the rap game and legitimize at least some of his income. But it's really a tragedy that he still felt the need, after all of this, to return to his community and continue poisoning it with loads of drugs. Flying weed in from Cali is one thing, but if Mr. Dog Food really sold as much heroin to his community as he says, that's really nothing to be proud of. Rallo's Instagram was a shrine to the flashy lifestyle that comes with being a big-time drug dealer, but the aspect that you didn't see on Instagram was the destruction that Rallo was bringing to his community. He did so many interviews on how horrendous his life was growing up in the drug-infested alleys of the Bluff, but the one thing he never seems to acknowledge is how he grew up to become the very person poisoning his own community, because every dollar he stuffed onto his private jet, flexing at any opportunity, is the story of a junkie that probably did terrible things to get that money. Junkies that are probably spending their last dollar on dope that is only going to give them a fast pass to the grave. So Rallo's story is an insane rise and fall like no other, but at the end of the day he's not someone to look up to. If you're looking for a rags to riches story about somebody who rapped about drugs to get out of their difficult situation and make something of themselves, then you should look up to Future. Because Rallo, on the other hand, is really just an example of somebody who did bad things in their life to make their situation better, but was ultimately brought down by greed, which made him squander the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that millions of people struggling in Atlanta or the world over would have died to have. I hope you found that story interesting. I hope you found something to learn from the situation that Rallo went through, and I appreciate you rocking with me and the channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment below. Shout out my new researcher Sam, who helped me make this video very quickly. We didn't have a whole lot of time to put this together, but we rose to the occasion, and I got a lot more content coming for you very soon. We're growing the team, we're out here, I got a lot more docs, a lot more second channel, first channel, third channel, all this good stuff. It's coming. So appreciate you guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, peace out. And also shout out to Vance Global for sponsoring the ting. Go check them out. Go get some of the Vance gummies, they're fire. Peace.